Well, ho, 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 hip, hip, hip. You welcome to the hippest trip on the internet. Thanks for coming. You're right on time to catch this positivity train, or I should say positivity sleigh. We are talking about Santa. So if you stay with us, I'm going to give it a minute or two for people to come in. I'm going to give you a few tips on how to find Santa, how to track Santa, because we know where he is, and all about Santa. Because he's always watching. He's like that kind of ex-girlfriend that won't stop stalking you. That's Santa, but in a loving way, not with all the creepy way. Right? Okay. Well, anyway, there you go. Welcome to the show. Let's give it a minute here for people to breeze on in. And I hate to use all my jokes when no one's here. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I think this is going to be fun. I don't plan on being too long today. I wasn't really even going to stream, but there are people who are lonely sitting around at Christmas Eve and going, man, I wish I had something to do. So here I am. I am here for your, and I will watch the monkey dance, because that's what I do. So I'm going to wait a minute or two before people come in here, and you can watch Santa cruise around, see where he's at, what he's doing. And we will check him out in a minute. Because, especially around the holidays, sometimes it's tough if you don't feel like you have that many friends or a community. I live way out in the middle of nowhere. Hey, what's happening, Bill? Bill and Rachel? I live like in the boondocks up in the mountains in New Hampshire. So there's not a lot going on. And like I said, I'm pretty isolated. I don't really have real life friends here. I have to drive a good hour or two to see anyone that I actually know. So I'm thinking of, hanging out, and there's got to be people around that just don't have much to do on Christmas Eve, or they don't want to have anything to do. They're just kind of hanging in and saying, oh, I'm finally off work, thank goodness. And I thought, well, maybe I should stream Christmas Eve just for a little bit to say hi to all the folks that are shut in like myself, because it is still snowing. Today, you know what I'm going to do? Let me jump back to the main show here. Today we are going to fix that snowmobile. That is my Christmas Eve. My Christmas miracle is going to be to fix that thing. I've been watching videos all night on how to do it, so I think I know how to do it. I don't know. Hey, Burma. Oh, I miss you. How have you been? I'm so glad to see you. And Linda. Oh, Linda. Card Shark Linda. And Annette, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. We are going to talk about some fun things to do revolving around Santa. And also, just in case some of you guys are stuck at home with feeling kind of lonely and beat up on yourselves, I thought maybe I'd throw a little bit of Santa sunshine in your life. And no reason you have to be alone on Christmas Eve. You can at least hang out with your virtual friends here, the High Vibe Tribe, as it's been dubbed. And I think that's important because, sometimes Christmas is really rough for some people. Either bad breakups or somebody died around Christmas, or it's not always a positive thing for people. And this time of year, it's important to reach out to everybody to let them know they're not alone. And you're not alone. If you're listening to this and you're just chilling and not alone, I'd love to have you swing on through and hang out with us. You can sit in here and get a pile of love in the comments, and that'd be great. Hey, Burma, if you want to come online, let me know. I don't know if you're around the stream or not, but we are just chilling out. Bill and Rachel Hutchins says, got my son today. He opened his last night. Goes back tomorrow. Oh, okay. You mean your son just came through for... I thought you meant you just had a baby. I wasn't sure. My mom's birthday is Christmas Eve. I just got off the phone with her. Let me tell you, she played it right because she never let us lump in Christmas to her birthday. Because, it's got to be really hard to have a birthday on a holiday because everybody's like, oh, here's your Christmas/birthday present. And you get cheated out of your birthday. So she always had her birthday dinner, and then later on it was Christmas Eve. Like there was a very fine distinction. She played it right. You're not ready for live, Burma. I miss you. You need to come on. People were like, "Where's Burma? Where's Burma?" And I was like, "Well, Burma works for a living, and I don't. I'm on. I have my own time to do what I want. I shouldn't say I don't work for. I don't work a normal schedule for a living." But you have been missed and asked about a lot, and I miss you. I'm glad to see you and Linda. I miss Linda too. I haven't seen Linda forever. So that's what's going on. Claire Ann Baker, thanks for joining me. We are going to talk a little bit. If you have kids, and even if you don't, I don't have kids, but I have done this every year for I think about 10 years now. There is a cute little website from NORAD. Which NORAD is let me show you. NORAD is, I don't know, it's something government related. They track missiles and bombs or something horrible. But here's the, the thing is little kids used to call NORAD looking for Santa Claus for the North Pole. So they finally decided that, you know what, we're going to put on something for little kids and we're going to make a Santa tracker. And you can see where Santa is live on NORAD, and he's got his own little, let me shrink it down so maybe you can see this a little better. You can pick like where he is and what city. Right now he is in Kazakhstan, because I don't even know how to say that right. Kazakhstan. And it says he'll be there for 1 minute and 33 seconds. And here's all the gifts he has delivered. You can watch him cruising around on this 3D map. Although you can usually go to cities. Oh, they're like links to what cities he's in, and you can learn about cities. But it's really fun if you you watch Santa Tracker. You can like plug it in and it'll give you a countdown to when he comes by your house. There's little movies every hour you can watch. It's cute. Google has their own version of this that they came up with a few years ago. Here it is. And they are similar, like they're close to each other where they're at. And right now Santa's dumping either ashes or presents down someone's chimney. I can't tell. But there he is. Santa will arrive to my house in about 12 hours. He's currently in Russia. So yeah, they're working together here. It looks like Santa's around the same place. So, Santa's fast. It's hard to track him. He's very, very fast. But you want to watch a little kid have some fun, man, and an adult. I hate to admit it. I have way too much fun with this website. Way too much. Like, it is crazy because every year I go and watch it. Like, where's Santa? Where's Santa? And it used to be, 10 years ago, the graphics were terrible. It was really like these, like super low budget GIF animated Santa, and they were a lot of fun. But oh man, I used to love it. And I remember Bill's talking about when he was a kid, they'd spot him on radar. Yeah, because we didn't have the internet when we were kids. So the way Santa would happen was the radio would announce, Santa's almost here. I just got a call from, my reporter out in the field that said he saw a glowing red light and reindeer. He could be in the area, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was so traumatic to miss the Santa. Oh my, I missed Santa, what? Oh man, I was really into Santa when I was a kid. I love it. So yeah, it's called what was it? NORAD. NORADSanta.org is what I was just showing if you want to see that again. That's the one I enjoy. And again, you can there's all kinds of things, like there's movies on here and stuff that wherever he flies by, here's a picture of him going by Iwo Jima. I guess he's already been to Iwo Jima.
NORAD just spotted Santa circling Mount Fuji, and it looks like he's headed northeast towards Tokyo. Mount Fuji is an active volcano that last erupted in 1707. You can see Mount Fuji from Tokyo, or travel closer to one of the 4 towns at its foothills to get an even better look. The Tokyo metropolitan area is the most populous metro in the world, so Santa definitely has his work cut out for him tonight. Where will Santa go after he departs Japan? Keep tracking with NORAD to find out.
So here's all the little cities you can see where he's been to. You just click the movies button, and it'll show you which towns he's been to. So you and your kids can get on there and have some fun and watch him fly around the world. And oh my goodness, they might actually learn something. It'll be like Fat Albert. You know how they'd be like, stick with us and we have some laughs. And you might, if you're not careful, you might just learn something. I'm going to steal that. If you're not careful, you might just learn something. And, but Fat Albert without all the roofies and the Bill Cosby rapes. But other than that, Christmas is, it's a lot of fun to watch this with your kids. And if you're an adult, they watch it. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm okay with it. Iron J Rod. I always have a coffee and then watch Radar. How do you have a Radar to watch? You mean online? Verma says, with all the tech now, you'd think it would look a little better. Hey, you know, Santa's working on a budget, you know. He's got billions of presents to pay for. That stuff's not cheap. You can't afford a web developer. He doesn't crowdsource like he used to. Oh, Puddle Duck. Hey. Oh, by the way, Puddle Duck, thank you for becoming a Patreon. Big love to you. Mwah. Right there. That's for you. And that's from Santa. And have you noticed my, let me see if I can find my, I want to show you one other thing if I can find it. The thumbnail for this I highly enjoy. If it'll open. But there was something I've been watching a lot lately. Let's see if I can show this to you. So, oh no, hold on. I'm just have to give you this full screen. So there's the thumbnail for this story. And I put on the smoking Santa Claus because that always makes me laugh. That's my version of Santa and what I remember. And, you know, Santa was kind of a snob. He only smoked Lucky Strike. So just remember, Santa really, if you're going to leave cigarettes for Santa, make sure you leave out Lucky Strike because he's very particular. He says it's he only likes rich, ripe-bodied tobacco that it's, quote, toasted. So be aware that Santa only likes Lucky Strike if you're going to leave him cigarettes, ladies and gentlemen, kids. So that's the Santa I enjoy. No filter. That's right. It was full flavor country. I love Lucky Stripes. They had the best commercials. Like, they're the ones that are always saying, like, the cigarette doctors prefer. Lucky Strike. Santa, hey, he endorses Lucky Strike. And I think the Flintstones smoked them, too. So, 4 out of 5 Santas prefer Lucky Strikes. Iron J Rod, you're cracking me up. Oh, man. Hi, Annette. Oh, this is so funny. Yeah, because actually, one of my absolute favorite mixes, if you're on YouTube, type in something called Smoking Santa Claus Christmas. And it's all like the 1930s music of Santa. And it's, I think, the best holiday music. I love it. It's very old school, and it's like, it's called Smoking Santa Claus because it was, you know, those were the ads in the 30s and 40s. So it was a lot of fun. You should do that. If you're coming in late, we are tracking Santa to find out, you know, you can bring your kids around, and you might not want to maybe talk about what kind of cigarettes Santa prefers, but you can at least watch the Santa tracker. Oh, he's already in Bhutan. Man, he is flying. Santa's very fast. He's very, very busy. Very busy. I think he must be getting some help somewhere, because I'm curious, you know, because engines, what I've learned is that, you know, I now have 2 things, right, in my life. I have a snowblower that doesn't work and a diesel engine, an automobile with a diesel engine, which neither start in cold weather, apparently. And, yeah, so Santa is, I'm wondering what kind of rig he has on his sleigh in order for him to keep it warm and so it starts, you know? Because I guess obviously you have to keep the reindeer warm, right? Although they're kind of tough. But now, you know, with the Mandela effect, the North Pole is now just ocean. There's no longer a big ice patch. So I guess Santa just sits in the water. So maybe the reindeer are a little cold. I assume Santa has some sort of floating city that's a Or since he doesn't have ice he can hang out on, since the North Pole is gone, where does Santa hang out? Where's the North Pole? It's a good question. If you guys know this, maybe he just flies around all year in a circle. I don't know. So we'll have to find out here. Oh, geez. Puddle Duck says, no kids here. That would only ruin it anyway. Because he's coming. Yay! Yes, he is coming. I'm very excited. And then, well, yeah, Santa, I don't know if Santa flies under the influence. His reindeer do. They give him magic dust, you know. So, what exactly is that magic dust? That's a good question. I want to know, Santa, what is the magic dust that makes these reindeer fly so long? Because if you notice in this picture, he's shooting out. You know, he's got, I guess those are sparkles in magic, maybe magic powered. Is that what that is shooting out the back here? So, yeah, he's got something going on in there. It's pretty good. So, Coke. That was the 1980s Santa. That wasn't the real Santa. I mean, there was a time, you know, in the 80s, you can't blame Santa. It was everywhere. People left it out for him with the cookies, probably. So, yeah, the magic dust. I mean, how else would you deliver all night long like this to millions of places? You'd have to be pretty enhanced. That's all I'm going to say. Colombian flake. Yeah, but in the 70s, what was it? They called it China White. It was always called China White in movies. Deadly China White. And, because, you know, if you guys, for maybe you guys that are new or whatever, I'm, like, obsessed with really bad 70s and early 80s films. Especially the blaxploitation. I love it. I just love those movies. And they're always chasing someone who's selling China White. So I refuse. It's no longer called oh, Tracy's fixing me up. That's heroin. Heroin's black. It's not white, is it? China White is... I thought heroin was like tar-like. I don't know. I'm such a noob. I've never even seen heroin. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen cocaine, really. Except, like, TV. Just, like, you know, when they have those, I don't know why. I'm fascinated by the Discovery Channel, like Drug Inc., where they show, like, the underground, how drugs are being made and, you know, transported and all this stuff. And it's always, like, some guy wearing a clown mask that's like, yeah, we got the best cocaine. And Tracy says, no, light brown. Well, then that wouldn't be called China White. I mean, it's light brown. China White. It would be China Brown, right? So, yeah, I'm not sure how this I don't know how we went from talking about, like, happy tracking Santa to cocaine and heroin talk. What is going on with this show? Oh, man. And I like how we got all this this inside knowledge here of of cocaine and heroin talk. Oh man, this is so funny. Well, I hope it's at least putting you in a good mood for Christmas. So guys, make sure you remember to be nice to everybody around and be patient, man. Especially, oh my gosh, all right, I'm going to zoom in here for a minute. Especially if you're still going out shopping at the last minute. Bless you if you are, but be nice to those employees, man. It sucks to have to work Christmas the day after, the day before. It is awful for those poor folks. So be extra nice to them. If you go out, man, tip them good. Go out and be nice to the cashier and say something nice. You know, if they're wearing cute little reindeer earrings, be like, I love your earrings, and watch them smile. And I always comment on any sort of holiday jewelry. Any women that wear it around me, I'm always like, I love it. And I do. It's not fake. I totally love cheesy jewelry. So yeah, go out and be, you know, we've got to be a little step above of everyone around. You know, if you're listening to this show, you're not the average Joe. You're not. You're trying to lead a better, more positive life, and you're trying to bring people up around you. That's what this is about. Like, I'm in here making you giggle and laugh, and we're talking about Santa's cocaine habits, and it's all fun because I'm in a good mood. But the idea is also to spread that joy around. It is the season, right? But actually practice it. Go out and be nice to somebody, especially if they're stuck. Or, maybe this is such a good time to reconnect with people that you've had problems with in the past. There's a lot of forgiveness that revolves around Christmas Eve. You can call that buddy you haven't talked to in 10 years and be like, man, it's Christmas Eve. I know we haven't talked. It's my fault. Own up to it, whatever, and just be like, let's put it behind us and catch up. What's going on? And you'll be shocked how many people will let you in the door this special, weird time where you're allowed to, you can contact anyone you want that you've dropped out with, and it's perfectly socially acceptable. It's Christmas Eve. Sure, call me. Sure, email me. So you want to reach out and do that, because I think you'll be excited, and it spreads really good will and vibration and karma, or whatever you want to call it. This is the time of year more than any. I mean, the people that are the grouchiest, meanest people will be nice right now. And so you got to take advantage of it and be like, hey, what's happening? Here's some cookies. And it's amazing how much goodwill cookies bring, right? Like, I am so excited when I get Christmas cookies. I'm like a little schoolgirl. I'm like, cookies! The fact that somebody took all that time to bake something for me is amazing, and I always am super appreciative for homemade stuff. I love it, and it reminds me very old school, like that you can do that. All right, let's see. Jim Puddle Duck. Don't decorate the cat with a bit of holly on the end of his tail. It keeps banging into their butt, and when they stand, they stand up with their tail up. Really? You tied holly onto your kitty's butt? That's gotta hurt. Oh, no wonder your cat's gonna be mean to you later. You better watch it. You're breaking the first rule of this channel. Be nice to your cat. They know. They're always watching. Yeah, life's so short and too serious all the time. And I know that's cliche, but people will be like, well, we should act like it's Christmas every day. And that would be great if people had that attitude of being nice. And I wonder why we can't do that. Why can't we be nice and forgiving and vibrating love every day of the year? How do we do it? Is it just like too much energy for people that they can only do it a day or two of the year, and then they're like, that's it, I did it, I'm done? It's like the people that only go to church Christmas Day and Easter. They're like, I did my obligation, I'm good. My ex-wife was one of those where she was the Christmas Christian. That was pretty funny. Do you want me to come on? If you want. Are you sure you want? I'll bring you on, Burma. Let me grab. I have to set up the stream. You guys will have to be patient. Why I'm doing that, please go ahead and watch Santa. See where he's going. What's he doing? I'll even put on Google Christmas Tracker. There you go. Oh, Santa took a right turn. You guys pay attention to that. And alright, we'll put back on the 3D Santa because he looks better. Alright, so Burma, give me a minute. I've got to open a Hangouts and get you all set up. It takes me a minute. Oh, and I'll probably have to put headphones on, which I don't know where they are. To find them. Da-da-da. You guys just keep jamming to Santa. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Burma, because we didn't start this video together, you won't be able to see just me, but I can see you and people can see you. You'll see just like my headshot talking. Alright. Let me do this for you. Burma. Where am I going here? Gmail. And Burma, I want you to bring your cat on for Christmas. I want to see him. Okay. And Burma, check your email. It should be coming through right now. So hopefully that's on there. And we are good. We are like solid gold. Like the dancers from the 80s that used to dance that was clumsily disguised as selling music. Oh, I love me some solid gold though. I do love the solid gold dancers. Okay, let me jump back to the show here. Are we good to go? All right, Burma, just come on whenever you're ready, and I will bring you in when you arrive. I'll be watching for you. So, solid, man. Yeah, you guys remember Solid Gold? Solid Gold dancers? Let's see if I can find you a quick picture of the Solid Gold dancers, because they're worth seeing. So what Solid Gold was the music company, I believe, I don't know which record company it was, but like they would, oh, come on, there's got to be better pictures than this. All right, let me show you what I'm looking at. So Solid Gold was a show where they would clumsily like play videos and they would dance to it. It would be really, really funny because the Solid Gold, let me see if I can find a good outfit, because the Solid Gold dancers would do a theme for each show, you know, each song, and they would play the top 10 songs of the week. And they would only play a quick clip of it, maybe like a minute or two, where they did a dance routine. And it would be so cheesy because they would be like doing ballet to, Weird Science or something that doesn't make any sense. Come on, there's got to be better pictures of Solid Gold dancers. Hold on. Solid Gold dancers. Solid Gold. Da, 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 da. Yeah, for some reason in the 80s, there was this thing where they were trying to push ballet into rock music. So you got these movies like Flashdance that would be like this person doing ballet, and it would be and there would be oh man, what was the one I'm thinking of with John Travolta? It was Saturday Night Fever, but it was the second one, Staying Alive, and they would do, and Fame was a big thing too. Fame, I want to live forever, I want to learn how to fly. You remember Fame? Yeah. So there you go. Those are the Solid Gold dancers. Makes me laugh. I have to find, they did have a really good Christmas show at one time. If you ever want to have some funny laughs, you'll look on YouTube at Solid Gold dancers. So let's see if Burma is with us yet. Burma, are you there yet? Are we still? Oh, I gotta pick up my headset so you don't hear her reverb. She always says she's coming on and then takes like 30 minutes to come on. So like the show will be over by the time. All right. Are you guys? It's giving me a warning saying you guys are getting buffering. Are you guys getting buffering? Is it okay? I hope it's okay. It should be. It says I'm transmitting at good speed, but YouTube is angry. Doc, you should do the rest of the show in song. You like that Solid Gold, huh? Solid Gold. I'm gonna wait around for Burma a minute or two, and then we will watch Santa and talk about Santa. Now, thanks, Iron G Rod. I appreciate you letting me know. So, I'm considering though that I don't know how many people are going to be around for Christmas Eve. I don't imagine this will be a huge crowd, but I am glad that there are people that are out there that are looking for something to do, and I don't want you to feel alone. We are here to hang out and talk. Look, I just got a subscriber. Thank you, Rat. I'm excited because I think that everybody kind of has their own New Year's Eve traditions. Now, I'll take you through ours. When I was a little kid, it was my mom's birthday. So we had to separate her birthday from Christmas Eve. And we were allowed to open one gift on Christmas Eve. And we weren't even allowed to open it until like way after dinner. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night when we got to open it. So I didn't even get to play with it all day. And you had to pick, and you weren't sure exactly what it was. It was like roulette, where, you grabbed a package and you better hope it was something. And I can't tell you how many times I picked like socks or a shirt. I was like, damn, that's my Christmas Eve gift. Just a sock or a shirt. Ah, here's Burma. Burma, give me a sound check for me, dear.
Humana.
Humana. All right, excellent. There you go.
Is that good?
That was
sorry.
No.
Even Facebook keeps asking me about that premium crap, and it's like, try 3 months, and I'm trying to put up the chat screen as well as putting up the regular screen so I can chat too.
I have
chat
to
screen.
Two. At this point, I have 2 monitors because I can't do it otherwise. It's so hard to keep it all in one. All right.
Yeah,
So
and all I see is you. I see your picture, not your. Thing,
it's because
that's my stuff.
When I started, you can't see it unless we start it together. I can only have the webcam on in one place. I'm using a program called OBS. So if I have the webcam I'm using solo, then I can't use Hangouts at the same time. The webcam can't be on at 2 places. But what I can do is switch back and forth. And right now, everybody can see both of us anyway. I'm in the little corner waving at you like Brady Bunch. Like, hey!
Oh.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but
no, I can't. I can't see anything. I mean, I have the live playing on the other one, but I can't turn it on because then it messes with this one. So
it's okay. Can everybody see Burma's cat, or do I need to adjust that so you can see the cat? Hold on.
Care.
I love that cat. What's his? I always forget that one's name.
Missy.
Missy, that's right.
That's Miss Pooters. That's the one that makes me do all the crazy looks when she jumps on my lap.
Yeah, that you always go and scream.
She's flipping awesome. This is why I said I wasn't ready this morning. So
I didn't expect you to come on air, but I appreciate you jumping in.
Well, you were like, oh, everybody misses you.
It's true. I do get all this crap like, where's Burma? Where's Burma? And I always have to say you're working for the man.
See my new spectacles. I got new spectacles.
At least 10 IQ points smarter with those.
Whoa, because I'm way smarter than that.
No, but it looks 10 more. It looks more. Oh, Linda's giving you. She says, hi, Missy. Can you see the comments?
Yeah.
Or not?
I can.
Okay,
yeah.
So you see Linda talking to you.
I just seen her the other day.
So catch folks up. With
she said she's still gonna kick your butt. Have you been practicing?
Hustler. She needs to get free.
She's a hustler.
She needs to stop making excuses because it's like, oh well, I can't go anywhere.
You need to stop making excuses that she just waffled your butt. You talking all your smack and then she just annihilated you.
I want her to come hang out, but she won't leave her house. Like she goes to your house and that's it. Or your house is about it. Because
I know. I've tried to get her to come up a couple times too.
I'm thinking about taking a class in near you. I don't think it's that far from you. And it's a class in the summertime for building earth like cob walls and stuff. You go to this farm and you learn how to build alternative homes, and it's not that far from you. So if you can put me up, I would like to stay for a night or two.
Let me know when it is. I have to make arrangements.
No, it won't be till like June.
Sorry about my dog. She's doing the dog that she loves her ball, and the ball goes. She puts it somewhere, and then she barks at you until you get it. So she's barking at Rich to get the ball. Like, get the ball. I got you trained. Go get the ball.
She's making Rich get the ball.
Yeah, she does. Let me tell you, last weekend, she had me so freaking frustrated by Monday. I felt like I didn't even have the weekend off because she was making me chase a ball the whole entire time. I was like, this is good. This is driving me nuts. You know how she is. You've been here.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of a crazy little dog.
Crystal Ann is asking about Earthships. Crystal, eventually my goal is to build an Earthship, but it's an enormous amount of labor, and I don't have any friends in real life to help me build it. It's very difficult to do by yourself. So, I'm going to start with a very, very small structure. I'm going to learn how to do, either stone or cob. I haven't figured out which one will last good in cold weather. And I'm just going to build, a shed. I'm going to start small just to learn how to do it. And then eventually, that's where I'm going to wind up. So I'm going to start taking classes, learn how to do this stuff. And eventually, I'll have a little land, and you guys can come up and help me in practice. And I'll teach you for free. For labor. It won't be free. You come pitch in, you'll learn. but you'll have to help make some, put your hands in the mud. So Burma, catch us up. What have you been doing? Where the hell you been for a month? What's going on?
I'm just working, Taryn. You know how it is, man.
You working for Santa?
I need a nice chiropractic visit though. That's for damn sure.
You
got to come here, and then you make sure that when you come down, you like bring that tool with you, because I need to use that on my back.
That sounds so adult.
My back is clamoring for it. I love that. What is that called? I need to look it up. I really need to find one.
The arthrostim, the thing that's like a jackhammer.
No, not the one with the two prongs. The spin disc one.
Oh, the rapid release technique, the RRT device.
Yeah.
It's
an RT device.
RRT, rapid release technique device.
Oh, RRT. RRT device.
I don't know where I even got that thing. I had like a doctor who got it from had a inside.
I think
it's a cool device, but
I will tell you that, because I have all those, the bulging disc on my center back. So when you use that on my back, I'm telling you, at first, yes, it's because it's like how if you get a massage, it's the next day, it's going to be a little rough because you're going to be sore.
Right.
But after that, it always felt good. Well, and like, again, I know I clamor about your adjustments, but I'm telling you, nobody can adjust my neck like you. So...
Thank you.
I pay you so much. Giving you the praise.
Let me go send you some money. Thanks for saying that. I appreciate
it. It's not about that.
Are you still using
the fact that it's true?
Have you used the thumb savers I gave you, or are they gone now?
Absolutely. Yeah, most people don't even know I'm using it on them. They're like, that feels like your finger. I'm like, it's not.
So it really did it help?
Something else. I'm touching you with something else. Yeah, it's cool.
I'm wondering if it saved your back or not. I mean, your wrist. Maybe wrist.
Oh, I might have. You know what I mean? Thumbs. You know what I mean? Especially like if people get like plantar fasciitis, I stick the cup in there first, and then I take the tools in to that point or into trigger points in their back. So it's great.
I want to use I bought that set of cups, and I haven't used it since I've seen you because I don't know how to do it on myself. Like it's hard to do my own back.
So just okay. So this is what you do. Let me show you. Okay, you watching me?
Show me your cups.
So you get some cream and you put it there. Okay, you go like this. Okay, see this here? This is the move. Okay. Oh, put some cream there. Okay.
Right.
Go up underneath. Put some cream there. Pop the cups on. Pop them down.
How do you get the good suction on the back?
Let them stick. Because you have to suck it here where you can control the force, and then slide it down. Yeah, because I can get all the way down. I can get all the way down to here with my, doing it for myself.
All right.
But see. Luckily today, the man gets a nice massage today, and then I get mine.
I'm not sure what that means exactly.
Well, no, I'm just, we're getting each other massages today because
Rich knows how to massage.
Professionally?
No, but did you teach him?
I teach him. I teach him as best as he can. He has a real hard time with my neck. He tells me I have a small neck, and I tell him he has too big of hands. That's his problem. His hands are too big. He can't do no pin and stretching in here. He's like all like, it's funny.
He's got a stone.
I was like, this is how he lathers on the lotion. He does one of these guys, and he goes like this. And I'm like, if I did that to somebody, I would never have a job.
He's a stonemason. He's gonna have stonemason hands. I mean,
I know. Oh man, I will tell you. The other day, he's like. He was working like with some stuff, so his hands were, and he wears gloves too, so he's like, he has no idea how it happens, but he takes it across my skin. I'm like, oh my god, you just opened me up. His hands were so rough. It was so, I felt so bad for him.
Like sandpaper hands. Did you ever show him that video I sent you of those Mexican guys laying bricks?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if you ever sent that to me.
You need to check your emails. I think you're not getting my emails. I send you emails every...
That's weird, yeah, because the day that you had asked me if I got an email from you, I didn't, because it comes up on my phone, so I
thought you just been ignoring me. No, I sent this cool, like these
I've
Mexicans...
totally been ignoring you, Taryn.
Laying these
I'm
arches.
behind your back, giving you the finger.
I know it. That's the way my life is with women. That's what's
up. Come on now.
Please, I'm quite aware. I know what happens here.
Whatever. That's my Batman. Whatever.
Very nice.
That's
So I want to know because I definitely am going to have to pick Rich's brain. I want to start learning how to build a little stonework. I find stonework so fascinating. I'm completely mesmerized by it. But
he does a good job.
Yeah, I know he's really good.
Just, I mean,
but
he definitely.
You got to check your email for this and tell him I want him to learn how to lay bricks like that. So
I will. Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it.
They probably don't.
But I don't know.
He actually had to. Hey, Rich, is it bricks you had? No, it's block you had to lay the other day, right?
Yeah.
So he hasn't laid block in a while. Like, it's like he's been doing these other jobs, and so he hasn't, like, but when he used to work for the union, he used to do it all the time. And he comes home and his eyes are like half open, and he's all like, ah. And I'm like, what's wrong? He's like, I laid block, and I realized, oh my God, that really sucks. It's like he hasn't done it in a while. And so then he was like all just, tired and worn out, and because he hasn't been doing it for a while, he's been doing some other things. So
it's totally a romantic idea of, I want to learn how to lay these beautiful stonework, but then when you do it, it sucks. Like, it's brutally hard. So I get it.
Yeah. It's
not.
Well,
that's
what he said when we came up to visit you. He goes, "Are you going to bring your table?" No, that was the first time we went on vacation. He asked me if I was going to bring my table. I said, "I don't know. Are you going to bring some blocks and make me a house?" I was like, "No."
That's a good point. Now,
I know.
I don't actually ever adjust people. I stopped adjusting my friends and family because they're a pain in the ass. I won't do it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you're different because you're in the field. You kind of you're sort of appreciative.
And then because I massage you.
Yeah, we barter out. It's not just like a freebie grab. But your worst patients are your friends and family. They're horrible. I won't even. Oh man, I won't adjust my mom for nothing. She's no, it's not happening.
Really?
They're just not. I don't know if you It seems to be something with, because they, first of all, they see you as like, to me, they still see me as the wild rugby playing, keg stand drinking, meathead, not as a doctor. So if they come to me, they're not gonna be like, they're not gonna pay for my advice or listen to anything I say.
It took me a year to get my parents.
They'll go spend $10,000 at some other doctor that says the exact same things, and they're like, he's a genius. It's like, Mom, I've been telling you that for 10 years. Oh,
okay, I have friends like that.
Yeah, so
I have friends like you come up in certain knowledge, and you try to teach them, right? And because they've known you since you were like, I don't know, 15 or something, then they think like you have no idea what you're talking about. But then somebody else who they just met will tell them the same freaking thing, and they're like, this person is a flippin' genius, and I'm like, what the? Never mind. It's not even worth explaining. You know what I mean? Like, I just told you the same freaking thing.
It happens all the time
just
on
listen.
The show, too. Like, I'll have someone on that will send me emails and be like, Doc, you should do a story on this. And I'm like, go look at my archive, man. I've talked about this stuff. Like, they never take the time to see what you've talked about. They just send you stuff. But I got to take a quick... One sec, guys. I got to show my Christmas shirt. People were asking about my cat Christmas shirt. There we go. Can you guys see it? No. It says Merry Catmas. And it has a bunch of cats.
Man.
I got a cat themed Christmas shirt on. Merry Catmas.
That's very nice of you. I can't see it.
There you go. I'll have to show it to you. Okay, so we were talking about tracking Santa. I don't know if you did it as a kid. Let me show everybody. Where did Santa go? Oh man, I hope I didn't turn off the Santa tracker. Hold on, did I? Oh no, I shut down the Santa tracker. Oh, I heard a cat yell.
Sorry, that was me. That was Raven. I brought her up on my lap, and then I got the cord caught on her foot, and she was being very disgruntled about it.
Very good.
This one.
So I want to let you guys see that we were talking about tracking Santa, and that you can track Santa. He is in Pakistan right now, and you can watch him go by. So if you are late to the show, Lava Girl talking to you. If you're late, you can see where Santa is and how far he is away from your house. So be ready. You better be ready. Do you think Santa's going to visit your house, Burma? Have you been?
Stiffs me every single year.
I
keep being good. I don't know. Maybe I need to start being bad, and then maybe he'll bring me presents.
Come back. I don't know. I mean, maybe you just you've been talking too much trash about Santa, and then, or maybe you don't believe. If you don't believe,
considering the fact that he lives on a place that doesn't exist anymore, that's kind of funny.
Well, yeah, we were discussing that earlier. Like, if the North Pole doesn't exist anymore because of the Mandela effect, what does he do?
Where does he live?
I assume that, like I
Yeah.
said, it's like a floating oil rig. It's a platform he's
What,
on.
what about the polar bears that live there too?
They're all
What
on a
about the poor
platform.
elves?
I don't know. That's all I
It's
can
like
think of. Or
Waterworld.
submarine. Waterworld, yeah. It's the Exxon Valdez they made into. Santa
That's
has
right.
a bunch of elves that rode around on little little ski-doos and challenges.
They got kayaks in the Arctic.
Oh man.
That's funny. Well, no, it's true though. You know what I mean? There was ice there at one time. That one bothers me. That one bothers me. And that Cuba bothers me too. It sounds like country Cuba. It's just where it's at.
What do you mean? Their sandwiches changed, or the Cubans?
Cuba?
No,
Yeah, no, I just mean
know, it's
the
so
country
close.
itself. It's almost in the Gulf of Mexico. Have you looked at it recently?
Yes, keep this
It's
Santa
crazy.
related.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm just saying.
Talk about the North Pole all you
Katrina.
want. We're not turning this
fine.
into a Mandela show, damn it.
No, I'm not. No, I was just saying. It just bothers me. That's all. See how you are?
I know. I'm just teasing. I want to see Missy again. She's so content.
She's right there.
I know. Let me see. I'll move it so people can see it on the show. Hold on. Can you guys see her cat? There we go. I'll move it a little. Ah, Missy's so cute. Look at it. She's looking right at the camera. It's hard to get a cat to look at the camera. Look at that.
The other one's
She's all
down below.
business.
See? There's the other one.
Oh, Raven. Raven's all business too.
Yeah, she loves.
I think
She's
I'm gonna call her
she's
Mrs.
definitely.
Business.
She's definitely. She's the lover though. Missy's the one that she likes me but doesn't like many other people.
Yeah, I know. She growled at me, and I'm good with cats. But then she did She let me pet her eventually. It happened. It was short-lived, but it happened. That's right. Linda, does she let you touch her?
Sometimes.
Linda actually gets to touch the cat?
Linda said she's a diva.
Totally.
She's a total diva. But I will tell you, if anything's ever wrong with me, that cat definitely just knows it, and she's right there, and she's staying there until I'm okay. It's awesome. But with anybody else, it's almost like a jealousy. Any female comes over here, she's like totally even hissing at me. So
she's a jealous cat, huh?
Oh yeah, and they tell us not to put those emotions on there, but at the same time, that's exactly what's going on. She's very jealous. I mean, she likes males. That's funny. I'm surprised she hissed at you.
Well, she only for a minute because I was in her space probably, but she chilled. But I was also spending a lot of time with Raven, so.
Yeah. Well, they're both like. I mean, the other one's like, look at this. She's totally. I don't know if you could see her there. She's totally preening herself. She's like cleaning herself. And the queen, they both on my massage table. You know, they love this thing.
Love black
I
cats.
have to put like this much padding on there just so they don't put holes in it. Because this one will. Yeah, it was.
Aww.
So pretty.
So, I have to, Mike Dampier. Hey, happy holidays, buddy. I've been talking to you about coming on the show, but I don't think you've been responding. So I want to have you on the show, man. Hit me up via email if you're listening to this, Mike. The other thing I want to ask you is, you've been out of the loop a little bit, but I finally got myself a vehicle. Did you hear that? I bought an old beat up 1999 ambulance. And it's my first diesel that I've ever owned, so I don't know jack about diesels.
You're going around rescuing people?
Yeah, well, I figured it's awesome because it's like, one, it was super, super cheap because it's high mileage, but it has a 7.2 turbo diesel, which is like a great engine, international. Those things are like million-mile motors. So it runs good, but it's beat up to hell. Everything else in it is broken, but it runs good. So I'm going to have to get all your tips on diesel because I don't know jack about them. You'll have to teach me how to use them.
Teach you how to diesel? Seriously?
Seriously. Teach me how to keep this thing running.
Okay, well, I know more about gas motors than diesel motor, but we usually, when anything that comes up with a diesel motor, it is take it to the diesel mechanic.
Yeah, but I can't afford to.
Well, then I guess you're gonna have to learn.
The engine's only $1,000. The bill will be like $1,000.
I'll have to tell everybody this story. So this is really funny. I never realized this until I really met Taryn, that almost all the guys of my life have always been very mechanically inclined. So I just thought all guys knew about engines. So I start talking to Terry, and he's like going freaking Google-eyed and just he goes off on a different planet when I start talking about engines, you know. So I think it's really funny that Terry's one of the only guys I know that's not like that.
I know. I miss the male gene. I think I am more.
No, you're just a little different. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
There are probably a lot of guys out there that are like that, but I just haven't met a lot of them.
I'm like
I tend to gravitate towards more, you know, I guess.
I think there's a push coming that it is the generations of helplessness that have been brought up. Like, we are so far removed from. Hold on, let me get to my little platform here. We are so far removed from what we used to be as a society. Like, my grandpa knew how to fix everything on his farm, knew how to grow his own food, knew how to build his place, to where, you know, 3 generations later, I can't even like work a saw. You know, like until you need it. That knowledge is lost, and it's crazy how fast that went. In just a few generations, we're like a helpless society now. So I have been focused the last, 6-7 years of my life learning how to do those basic skills again. I'm learning how to grow food. I'm learning how to fix an engine. I'm learning how to, like today, I'm going to go fix my snowblower. You know, I'm doing things that I never
check the on-off switch. Just FYI.
Shut up.
I've seen 2 guys that are very mechanically inclined, and they're trying to figure out what's wrong with the freaking snowblower, and they're like checking the spark plug. They're doing all these things right, and then like one looks at the other, and he looks down and flips a switch on. Freaking thing starts right up. I was, oh my goodness, if I could have recorded it, I was dying. I was in the kitchen just dying. It was so funny.
It works. It's just it's revving really bad. It's going it's only coming half power. I think it's a spark plug. I'm going to take the spark plug out and change it today.
That's the first thing you probably should check is the spark plug on them. I mean, if you wanted to, later you can call us and Rich can kind of walk you through some stuff.
I can live stream it so you can see it if you want, but honestly,
do that.
I think I can figure out how to change a spark plug. But it's either the spark plug. I'm going to drain the oil today, and then if I have to, I'll drain the gas. But
I think
it's one of those 3 things.
Hey, Rich,
it's got to be.
Rich, do snowblowers run on a different gas oil configuration?
No, they're 4-stroke engines. The one I have.
Maybe he's not up here.
It's a 4-stroke.
So you're talking to me. Okay.
So it's a very simple engine. It should be. I've watched all these YouTube videos on it. I think I know how to do it. I'm going to give it a try for the first time. But thank God for YouTube or other videos platforms like it, because I can figure out how to do these things. I would have never, before you used to have to know like someone that knows how to do stuff like that. So.
No, I mean I get it. If I didn't have a father who was very about teaching me what it is, like if my cat just jumped on my lap. If I had that's what the stop was all about.
The big tail.
Yeah, like right there's her tail. It used to be like twice as long.
Yeah.
But anyway, story. I know. I don't want to hear it. No, I'm not going to tell it.
It's a happy Christmas show.
It involves me and I feel bad every time. Ow. Nails, no nails. No nails. She's like crazy. She's like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh my God, your leg is like a pincushion. It's awesome. But my dad taught me everything. Like I had a master cylinder, which is to do with the brakes. And back in the day, you would have to push all the air out of it. So it's like this little pin, and you have to push out all the air that's in it. I was like, when do I stop? He goes, when you see no more air bubbles. So my dad was very, about teaching me what things were. I mean, I don't know cubic inches of an engine, but I do know camshaft, what that is and how it works and what pins and rings are. Piston and rings are.
I thought in trucking school they teach you how all that stuff works. I mean, don't you have to know
they
your truck
don't
back
go
and
into
forward?
That much of the detail about the engine because we are the driver. We are not the the mechanic of the truck.
I figure you had to
so
troubleshoot
they teach us
it breaking down all the time.
They do for some things. Air brakes. They do for your because it's a diesel engine. Sometimes you have this filter, and you have to learn how to take that filter off and take the water out of it because sometimes they'll get water in it and then it won't run right. But there's only small things. It's not you're going to do a pre-trip around your truck to make sure everything's running right. You're going to check all your instrumentation on the inside of. Oh my God, so yummy. Look what I just got brought. Goodness. Thank you.
That's nice.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
He wants
Taryn
to-
has a snowblower that he might need some tips on later, if that's okay with you, Rich.
Does he know how to fix snowblowers?
He knows how to fix everything. That
Oh,
man
okay.
is totally amazing in that way. If these guys can't fix it, it's not to be fixed. That's all I gotta say.
Good to go.
They are just. Look at Linda. Linda says, "I'll be over." No, Linda, there's only enough there for me. I love you, girl. I'll give you something else. Oh, I'm sorry for making your stomach growl. Oh. So yeah, I mean, good luck with that. I'm glad you should. Do you have snow on the ground already up there?
Oh, tons.
Yeah, how much?
Okay, so I got 8 inches yesterday, and I got ice last night, about an inch of ice, and then 2 days
Wow.
before I got 6 more inches. So I have been shoveling and killing myself because the snowblower is not running right.
Do you have an ergonomic
No,
shovel?
no.
You should get an ergonomic shovel. It makes that a heck of a lot easier.
I know as a chiropractor I'd be yelling at myself, but it was it's all I had around because I expected, oh, we got this snowblower, and I just checked it like a month ago and it was running fine, and then the cold weather hit and now it's not. And so and plus this
Is it I mean, you
snowblower
did check
was
the
a
fuel,
gift.
right? That's like the first thing you should check and make sure it has fuel in it.
I put new fuel in it. I mean, I mixed it with the old fuel. Like, I know with the mowers, I used to be able to just mix it and it would still work fine. But I don't know if you can do that with snowblower. So I'm gonna learn. It's part of my experience here. I'm gonna learn how to be more independent. Damn it! I'm gonna learn how to fix an engine. So that's what's going down. And then
well, an engine. Okay. First snowblower.
Then
the ice capades.
But I am gonna, in the spring, I'm gonna start pimping this ambulance out, and I would definitely appreciate your help when that time comes. I'll have to bring it down.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it makes it all this way. You know,
it's an old truck, but those trucks take a beating. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'll figure it
the
out.
diesel engines are definitely
Especially
they run a
this
lot
one.
longer. I mean, like, what's the mileage on it right now?
280. So it's high.
That's not bad. They do a million. They do close to 1 million miles diesel engines. You know.
That's kind of what I figured. Is that as long as I
I mean, like,
if I can get it to a 500,000,
that's
I'll be rocking.
Nothing for a diesel engine. Nothing. I don't know what you paid for it, but
It's $1,000.
diesel engines.
You know,
You
and it
got
runs.
a deal and a half. As long as it runs okay,
Runs good.
you got a deal and a half.
It's just it's totally beat up. But I imagine I just counted on having to put another $1,000 into it, probably just fixing it up. But even then, it's gonna open so many doors up because now I have something that's big enough I can put lumber in. Now I can go to the store. It sucks when you have a car and you can't.
God, just think you could be a traveling chiropractor.
I could do that. I could also sleep in it, and it has it has a section too. It already has an inverter built in, so I can hook solar to it and batteries. It has a spot for all that. I mean, it could be a little off-grid thing, it's awesome. I mean, the thing's got an inverter so strong. The alternator is a 300 alternator, so you can run. You could run like table saws on this thing. It should be fine. It's because I guess an ambulance, I'm just assuming like ambulances work at festivals and fairs where they're stuck all weekend and they need power. And so
absolutely, and then plus, plus you figure they have to give anybody the paddles or anything. Look how much juice that pulls. Yeah. So they have to have something to be able to run everything. Well, it's, I mean, that's exciting, Taryn.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It sounds like you're really excited about it.
I am. I've been really, really wanting some sort of self-sufficient vehicle like that, and it's just the universe gave it to me. I just
you should make sure you do it before freaking Pork Fest.
Oh yeah,
what I mean? Take it to Pork Fest.
I want to stay on your site so I can sleep in that thing, and then not have to go home every night at 2 in. That sucked.
I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, Pork Fest.
Well, you didn't have to.
No, but Kate didn't.
I'm about to ready to give you the middle finger. You didn't have to go home.
That was all Kate.
We told you
man.
you could
that
stay.
Was Kate. She didn't.
Well, you tell Kate.
Well, now I'll have a place.
It's a long way to drive.
The thing is we're so close that I would freak out that someone's got to go home and feed the cat. Someone's got to, it's one of those things that I know. Someone has to at least check in daily so the cat's still alive, and That's kind of what I'll probably do. Is I'll probably
He seems to be pretty good taking care of himself. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that cat. That's what I say. I'm like, Kate, this cat goes like 3 days and doesn't come home. But
how's he doing now? Is he home now? Is like a lot of snow outside?
Now I'm not joking. We had a ice storm, ice advisory, and he was out in that damn ice while I was shoveling. And he didn't give a damn. And then I'm gonna start calling this cat Honey Badger because Honey Badger don't give a f. That cat is Honey Badger because he just does not care about the weather at all. He stayed out for like 10 hours in ice. I don't know what he does.
It's almost like those beavers.
It was like what?
It's almost like the beavers.
The beavers, yes.
Oh, don't
start
yeah,
with
it's like the beavers. You
listen.
gotta pay what you owe. Did you pay him what you owe?
No,
Just
they're still looking for me. I'm watching. I'm making sure there's no trees around my house that they can take down.
That was so good. I loved that video, man.
It's so funny that you like my stupid stuff.
Oh, I just loved it. Oh, it was so good. So good.
All right, and I'll have to run this by the audience, guys. Okay, let me jump back here for a sec. I have probably 5 or 6 kind of silly fake news stories that I kind of want to make a video for. But I know every time I do, I lose like 1,000 subscribers or whatever.
Do you really?
No,
those are people
much.
with
It's
no
like
sense
100.
of humor. They
Yeah,
leave
100
because you do something like that. They have no sense of humor.
What I found out is I attracted a bunch of the conspiracy crowd style when I was doing Mandela stuff. And what happened is a lot of them don't have a sense of humor. They just want news, news, news. They're still stuck in the fear cycle of news, news, news,
yeah.
you know? Now, the crowd that stuck with me gets it. They have a sense of humor. They laugh about it. They can still talk about this stuff. But some of the random people that don't know me at all or don't watch it, they just want to hear Mandela news. They unsubscribe themselves a minute when I was putting out, just really silly stories. And just for fun. I like making people laugh. Sorry. All right, But I want to do some more. I'm hoping you guys will be cool with it. You guys give me some feedback if you want to see that. I'm hoping you say yes. But if you really don't think it should be on here, I can throw it on a separate channel.
Just throw it on here.
Throw it on here?
Yeah, and hey, people, I see all your likes.
Oh, yeah.
Go down and give the channel some love and put some likes down there. Give it a thumb up. I'm totally promoting you, Taryn.
Thank you.
Pay me later.
I pay you all the time. It's just checks in the mail.
That's right. I still need to set up my Bitcoin thing, dear, because I'm totally doing that. That'll be my nice little start for my. No.
No. I'm not sitting here keeping track of your damn Bitcoin because you didn't know how to set up.
I know. Hey, no, I'm gonna set up mine and then you can transfer it to me. I tell you, that's gonna be my first start for my Bitcoin and my.
I don't even know what it would be.
I did some research on that
because it was $30 a year ago. So it's probably triple or quadruple that. So maybe I owe you like $150. I don't know, in Bitcoin.
I don't know, but that's cool.
We'll figure it out. I could probably just wait till. No, I'm not gonna wait too. No. We could do it again.
Well, like I said, I'll set it up. You just I'm teaching you stuff. You gotta teach me stuff. I didn't know. Well, I don't know about that.
I just stick it on my phone. I run blockchain, and then you have an address. You send me your address.
You actually do that. So I just have to figure out how to set up my own account, and then I'll be good to go.
I'll transfer it to you.
But
what we could do is just, if you want, wait till next PorkFest where you're in person, and we'll just get one of those Bitcoin nerds that are walking around PorkFest to transfer it. Because then they'll figure it out. By that time, it'll probably be like $400 or $500 to you.
That would be nice, to be quite honest. I mean, I'm kind of excited about it. I did a little research into the depths of the blockchain and how that's working. But is it making something out of nothing?
Pretty much.
Isn't that what it's doing?
Yeah, but so is the Federal Reserve.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that the U.S. dollar isn't exactly like that. Let's put up money that we don't have the backing for.
Bitcoin's fake money, and it's like, well, what the hell do you think you're using now? I mean, what do you think the government just
trying to get everybody on Bitcoin and get them off of? I wonder if they're just trying to get everybody to get onto the currency that would be on the net.
I mean, yeah, Bitcoin, they are kind of getting people to try to get used to digital currency because cash is still the last threat to people. That cash, you can make transactions that there's no accountability. You can trade large amounts of stuff and it's off the records. So people want that. But the thing is with programs like Dark Wallet and stuff, you can make your Bitcoin invisible so they can't really figure out who the hell owns it. You can still do that stuff. And you
have to be a freaking rocket scientist to figure all that out.
Yeah, sort of, but it's getting easier and easier. You just run an app, and in like 5 minutes, you watch something on YouTube that shows you how to use the app, and you're in. I mean, it's not like what it was when I started with Bitcoin 5, 6 years ago. It was like ridiculous. Now it's like you just run it.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's easy.
Well, I seen these
But-
guys that have these Bitcoin freaking makers. Like and it pulls all kinds of. I mean, why does it pull more power than a normal
so the
something?
way it used to work was like this. When it started, and this is the way most cryptocurrencies work, is that they decide to make a cryptocurrency, and what happens is that they decide how many they're going to release. So they're going to say, let's just make the math easy. I'm going to release 1 million Bitcoins over 7 years. So a Bitcoin's going to spit out every, hour. Well, what happens is, because nobody owns Bitcoin, and because it is pure, like I have a program running on my computer, you have a program, 1,000 other people have a program, that holds the entire blockchain, the record of this Bitcoin. So what happens is they need computer space. So they reward people that, quote, mine for Bitcoin. They turn their computers on and let them run math equations, algorithms, and also host the coin itself, like the trades and the transactions. And you randomly get a piece of Bitcoin. Every few hours you might get, 1/100th of a Bitcoin, or I don't know what it is these days. But when it started, you could get a Bitcoin a day,
Yeah.
And so they call it mining. The problem is mining is brutally hard on your system. You have to have a really good graphics card, and you have to have kind of expensive computers, because it's all based on processing speed. So people started purposely buying computers and making like mining farms where they'd have 10 computers in a room that do nothing all day except mine Bitcoin. And so that was, that's how pretty much all cryptocurrencies work at this point. They have some sort of mining tool that grabs there's like, say they have a schedule. 1 Bitcoin comes out an hour to the world. Well, whoever's mining it might randomly get it. And then, another one comes out, and whoever's randomly, you might not get anything that hour, or a piece of it. And what will happen is Bitcoin is kind of like the grandfather now. It's been around so long, it's kind of archaic and outdated. And so there's like a zillion other cryptocurrencies that are better, that have been updated, and it works smoother and it's not as expensive. So Bitcoin is probably going to be kind of the MySpace of cryptocurrency. It's going to eventually age out, and something better will replace it. So there's about 1,000 cryptocurrencies that you can mine right now and get, and everybody's trying to figure out what the next one will be. So there you go. Hopefully that is the.
Now back onto the Santa, because
did you
totally
follow
off
that,
topic.
or was that too
No,
confusing?
no, absolutely. Everything that you just saying, I was watching the show, and that the guy had a table set up, and he had all these processors, and you should have heard the noise that this thing was making. Like, it was all for Bitcoins, but he even showed the power that it was pulling. Holy freaking macro, man. Those things pull so much power, it's not even funny. So you have to like, even, if you live in a place where your electricity's high, you're not going to want to mine for Bitcoins.
That's what some people were doing is, the last
crazy.
place I lived in New Hampshire had the power included in the bill. And so people were going around and trying to find these all utilities included, and they would abuse it and put like a Bitcoin farm and totally just crush the power bill. I was going to do it, but I didn't have a strong enough computer. It's like, man, my utilities are paid. I should just be running cryptocurrency. I'm currently it's on my to-do list right here. There is something called library that I've been doing, and number right there. Learn to mine library. That is my next thing I need to do. So I'm going to start messing with other mining cryptocurrencies just for fun. But I like this this thing called library, and that's been around. And you haven't been able to watch the show because you've been working so much. But what happened, Burma, is I am trying to build another audience outside of YouTube. So I've been screwing with all these alternative platforms. I've been over at Minds.com and BitChute and Library and all these weird ones you probably never heard of. So
how's it going?
I'm starting to figure it out. I've been on them about a month now, and I am playing with it. And there's certain ones I like better than others. But I hope to get established. So when people start really jumping the ship on Facebook, I'm already established where they're going next.
I mean, yeah, it's Facebook
people are
and
starting
even
to jump ship
and
on
even
Twitter
YouTube.
And
Yeah,
YouTube.
well, and
YouTube shot
is
itself in the foot.
insane. Like since this net neutrality crap is going on, I mean, I can't even tell you. It's so many people are getting shut down for saying what their opinion is, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not really. I mean, like it is just
right. And
so wrong.
What's going to happen is, here's my prediction of what I think is going to go down in the next 5 years. The internet will change, as in there will be the normie people that don't care about their information getting stolen, don't care about, my mom and my friends that aren't really techie will stay with stuff like Facebook because it's convenient. But the people that are in the know, like usually the Liberty crowd kind of leads technology. Wherever they go, everybody else comes. And there will be...
Were you guys the ones that did the Facebook switch?
Right. They were the first people to light up Facebook. And then, they were the first... They're always kind of the first people because they say the most controversial stuff. And what's going to happen is there is now... I have 6 different decentralized platforms where you can go and say anything. You could be a neo-Nazi white racist and post stuff there and they won't take it down.
Wow.
So it is true free speech at these platforms. The question of now is which platform will arise of being the most user-friendly and easy to use and built on a free speech platform. And I think there's going to be a mass exodus of pretty much all like the cool people will go to these new platforms, and then the old people will just stay with what they know. They'll be still using AOL before AOL gets shut down. Like they will stay with... Facebook will never really die. It'll stay there. Twitter will probably die. It's losing money every quarter. But I think Facebook will be around, and I don't think YouTube will ever die. What they'll do is a shift. They will try to clean this up, and in a year or two, it won't be a big deal. People will be back because the audience is here. But in that meantime, there will be new platforms that arise that challenge a little bit. Like, there'll be a certain crowd that just disappears on Facebook. You won't be able to get real truth stuff anymore. It'll just be gone on YouTube.
I think this is funny.
But
I noticed
it'll be alive and healthy somewhere else. So that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Of course, we all know this here. Our devices are listening to us
all the time.
And it's proven it to me
Your phone
personally. Yeah, I know, and like who wants to look at that? I mean, me. Let's talk about you. Who knows? Somebody people, yo, Taryn. But I was talking with this, and it's proven to me. Then I see it on, like, the people talking about talk shows, right? Like on mainstream media talking about how devices, and so they're just putting it out there for everybody to know that they're doing it. So yeah, so what? You know what I mean? Like, so
it's gotten creepy, Burma, because I swear, like when I was on Facebook just a few years ago, I wasn't even typing about stuff. I was thinking about looking at tents. I was thinking about it. I think I talked about it out loud, and maybe a microphone picked it up. And lo and behold, 2 seconds later, there's an ad for tents. It's like, how the hell? I'm not even typing these things, and they're
crazy.
mining.
So that those things have come up, but
that
not the
creeped
things,
me out. I was like, we were just talking about this. We weren't even, so that got to the point where, but the good news is, the positive side is there is stuff coming and being played with right now that is free of algorithms and, social network. And it will be, the internet will change drastically, and there's no way to put the genie back in. Like, the blockchain technology is going to free us, but it will be what you want it to be, as in, not spying on you, not collecting algorithms. And the one I think there's a couple platforms out there that are pretty exciting that are starting to use it. And I'm trying to be one of the first guys in on that. So that's what I've been doing. I've been spending a lot of time over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm testing these things out for 3 or 4 months. And then I'm going to do a whole report on, okay, here's what I like, here's what I don't like. And I'm going to give you guys, I'm kind of doing the dirty work so you don't have to, you don't have to join 20 networks.
like I said, it's something has to change because YouTube is shutting people down for their dang opinions on certain things, and I'm sorry, we have a right. I mean, whether our opinion's right or not, like I said, what I know today could change what I know for tomorrow. So tomorrow is a whole new day with all new discoveries, and my opinion could change because of what you're perceiving or what your perception is. But for them to cut us out, that's against free speech. And I'm sorry,
Well,
that's like one of the things that just bothers
that's
me.
it. Those platforms
you
have
know?
never really been free speech. They're a business. And they need to make
No, and
business,
I
and their
understand
advertisers
YouTube.
get
I mean,
pissed
I
off.
think people
But,
had tried to make YouTube into
yeah.
it's kind of morphed, right? It's kind of morphed into
yeah,
this.
because
But
people get all right. Let me get on my platform for a minute again. People assume that if you're a business, they assume that they're allowed to have free speech anywhere. And that's not true. If you come into my house and you say crap I don't like, I'm going to throw you out of my house. You come into my business and you say a bunch of racist white speech or whatever, I'm going to throw you out of my business. Facebook's a business. MySpace is a business. All this stuff's a business. They're allowed to cater and throw you out. There is no free speech. If you want free speech, you go to somewhere like Library or blockchain, that runs on blockchain technology where there is no algorithms. There is no censor. It's impossible to censor somebody there the way it runs. So it's there are free speech platforms, but what shocks people is they don't realize some people do not like free speech. I mean, you see some pretty ugly stuff over there. So that's the flip side. Is people want free speech, but when they see it, they're like, ugh. That's what free speech.
well, yeah, I mean, it can be ugly.
It can be
because
rough.
It's got, I mean, you have the yin and yang to everything in life.
Right.
So of course you're going to have that, say white supremacist person who, or somebody that wants to do really bad things to animals or whatever whatever. I mean, it can be all the bad too, but at the same time, the algorithms and all that crap, yeah, and then censoring people, saying stuff about things that are going on, and they think that it's not as it seems, and then their videos are being cut off or put out. You know what I mean?
And I think it's a good thing because it is going to piss off people so much that they will eventually go somewhere else. And I am hoping that they're driving people out of the community, and what happens is it'll get to a tipping point where 10, 20 of the coolest people go over to the free speech platform, and guess what? Everybody follows them. You get some major players that PewDiePie or whatever says, screw it, I'm going over to Library or whatever. I want to go do videos and not here deal with YouTube. Some major players go over, and this whole thing shifts. And it's only a matter of time till that happens.
I totally agree with that.
When the money stops at YouTube, there's no motivation to put up with all this rules and crap.
This next year, do you have to do all your CEUs? Are you on the same schedule as the nurses and the massage therapists are?
New Hampshire's weird. I don't quite understand because I'm new here. But I have to do 22 hours of CEUs every 2 years. Where in Georgia, where I was, it was every year. So I can't remember if I did it. I know I did it last year. I don't know if I have to do it this June or the following June. But I still have 8 hours left. I did 12 hours on functional endocrinology. I did an endocrinology class that was really interesting. And I think I'm going to do an 8-hour course on brain damage and the aging brain, Alzheimer's, nutrition.
You should take a cupping course.
If they would give me credit for it, I probably would, because I haven't done it.
Why wouldn't they?
They have to apply to the chiropractic board to do it.
Acupuncturists use it.
Yeah, I would consider it. I have not done a technique.
I mean, check it out and see it. I mean, granted, my course was $300 for mine, but
shit. My nutrition courses are like $800. They're crazy.
I know but you get paid doctor wages.
No,
I get paid not doctor wages
money anymore.
I'm sorry. When you were in the business, you did doctor wages.
I do like a jig when somebody Patreons me for $1. I'm like, hey! I used to make $500 an hour.
I massage you and you massage me. I would pay you for your services. You're definitely worth that.
I know.
I talk you up all the time, but it's not about to give you a big head tearing. It's to say that I've been adjusted by many chiropractors, and I have to say, first of all, nobody adjusts me with me sitting up. It's awesome. It's so awesome. Come see me. I need a Christmas gift.
Teach him what's up.
My chiropractor is chiropractor's decent, but he's not as good as you.
I was
I'm
blessed. I don't know
sorry.
what
I
it
hate to
is. I am.
say, you know,
I am blessed.
some
I know
people are
this,
better than others.
but I
It's like
don't
trying to,
want to
okay,
run a
you know,
business. I mean, I don't want
it's
to
like me.
deal with
I know. I
patients.
just want you to judge me. That's fine. I don't
That's
care about. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
look. If
I'm
you
not trying
guys
to be mean.
come up
I don't
and
care
work,
about anybody else. I care
you,
about me.
you help build.
It's
You
all
come
about
up and
Marsha.
help me build a Cobb house, or you come to Porkfest. You come and party with us at Porkfest. I will adjust you.
Yeah, well, we worked well together.
Yeah,
I
I like
mean, you know,
Porkfest.
considering the fact you wouldn't hire me because I have tattoos.
That's true. Well, now I
We need
would
to work
because I
with.
look like a dirty hippie. But back in the day when I was
Oh,
conservative,
I'm missing the man butt.
are you missing it? You want to see my hair today? It's
I
kind of.
can't see it. I
Oh,
just see your little picture that you're doing this.
you see
You're like
my.
talking at a conference or something. Is that
Oh,
what you're
that's all
doing?
I'm doing. Yeah,
Because
I'm getting paid to speak at a conference.
you're all like,
Yeah, that was when I got to change my. Well, now I can't see because my hair's in my eyes. There you go. Gemma
I
says
see
hippies are not
you.
dirty. I'm sorry, but the
No,
hippies
they use
I used to
patchouli.
know were pretty dirty, and they never wore deodorant at all. Which I don't
Yeah.
really wear deodorant, but I do shower a lot. So
You know, those that rock. Have you ever seen that rock that you use for a deodorant? I
yeah,
don't know
the
what kind of rock it
crystals.
is, but this, yeah, the
I have
crystal rock.
here's the difference. I will wear deodorant, but not antiperspirant. Like I will put on a natural deodorant if I'm. But all that does is keep the bacteria from stinking. It doesn't keep you from sweating, so you still get all
Well, you know,
sweaty.
you got to do,
Um,
patchouli's an
but
oil, and
honestly,
that's why they used it.
I just keep
They used it
clean.
because it's antibacterial, antifungal, there's like three of them. I can't think of the
I
other one, but that's why people use the oils.
I just keep clean, man, and I take 2 or 3 showers if I have to, and that's that way because I really feel that deodorant's poison, man. I don't want those
It is. Well,
chemicals.
if you look at the label and it's got aluminum
Oh
in it, you
yeah,
shouldn't be putting it in your armpit.
like when I was a
I mean,
kid,
geez,
man,
it
I
goes right
used
to your lymph system. Ugh.
until I was like out of college, I was using all that crap that was whatever.
No, I did
Because
too. You know, it's
I
called
didn't know.
uneducation. They
Yeah,
don't want you to be educated in what's in your stuff.
it used to burn and
You
itch,
know,
and I was like, man, but so I haven't worn. I don't shampoo. I rarely shampoo unless my hair's really gross. I don't shampoo or wear deodorant, but what I do is I just shower constantly if I start stinking. Um, and if I
do you
have
need
to,
a shower now?
no, but when I go dig, when I moved 1,000 tons of snow, I was gross. I was like, I actually used
I'm just
shampoo
joking with
for
you,
the first
Karen.
time in a year
Jeez.
yesterday because my hair was so gross. What happened was, so you don't need a hat when you have long hair like this. It keeps your head warm, and you get too hot with a hat anyway. But after 2 or 3 hours, the salt and the sweat, and then it froze, and then the ice storm on top of it just crushed my hair. It was like
I did make
breaking
a
off.
comment about that.
Yeah, it was gross. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to use shampoo. And
Ice definitely. You know, if you have your head's wet and you go outside, it will ice up. I mean, your hair will
yeah,
freeze.
I didn't know that. You ladies,
Listen, curly dude,
you ladies did not help me, man, because I was talking to
with the curly mop on top.
well, Iron J Rod's the only guy here, I think, with long hair, and he was telling me, here's some tips. But the ladies, you guys didn't warn me that your hair freezes. This is new to me.
Hello, to all the
I
ladies
didn't
out
know
there.
this.
Do we don't give up our tips? I mean,
You
like,
could have
no,
been
I'm
like,
sorry.
hey,
You
man,
gotta learn. You gotta learn
wear a
just like
hat
we
because
learned.
your hair will freeze and break. It's like, what?
Well, you just can't
How does
touch it.
hair
That's
freeze?
it. When you come inside, I'll give you one tip, and this is the only free tip I'm giving you about this. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just come inside. And then it'll just come down by itself and it'll be fine.
Oh,
Just
you
don't
mean
touch it. I actually have touched mine. I've never broken my hair like that and when it's frozen. But I don't really try not to go outside with a wet head. Why? Because you can get pneumonia that way. Hello?
really?
If you go outside with a wet head,
You think you can get pneumonia?
oh, I'm pretty sure you probably could. I mean, it's not like you
should.
probably have to be predisposed to some degree, but you know what I mean? Like
I
it's
think
a
you
wet
should
head.
prove it. Prove it. Go out and film it, and let me see.
Hold on a second.
Hey, I like your aloe plant. It's looking good. Plants are looking good.
Yeah, I
down
had to
here.
bring them all in, so now they're all like, and I have them all over my windows right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Oh, by the way,
You
so
can't
this
leave
was
them out.
crazy. I originally had my Wi-Fi up here, right? So then we switched it because we were running something for the front of our driveway that was like, needed the Wi-Fi. It was a security thing. We put it over by my window. We brought in my big, huge plant. It was just flourishing when I brought it in from summer. I left it there for 2 months. all these leaves started falling off it. I'm like, I bet you it was the Wi-Fi. I bet you the Wi-Fi was freaking killing the plant because it was too close to
Did you
it.
move it? Did you move the plant?
Yeah, and now it's coming back again. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I've heard
It was
that.
definitely the
I've heard
Wi-Fi.
plants.
So be very careful. Don't put your Wi-Fi close to your plants.
Yeah, I've heard that Wi-Fi, and that's not like no joke. That really kills them.
So what is that doing to us then? And now they're going to go to 5G,
I don't know.
right? Or whatever it is, right? 5G. What is it? 5G?
I don't
Is it
even
5G?
know. I mean,
I can't. I don't even know. It's like too many.
so.
It's like as soon as you walk out of the store, your computer's obsolete.
That's right.
Like what the? Really? It's like your phone? Like, oh, it's a year old. Oh my God, that's like a dinosaur. I'm like, no, I just bought it a year ago. Like, it's not a dinosaur. Like, what? It's crazy with the technology stuff, you know?
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh,
Am I
Affy's
going
in
nuts?
here. Aff, man, happy holidays. One of my oldest friends just joined the conversation in the chat. He never comes to my chat. Hello, Aff. Hey, Aff, when you come in,
No.
I sent you a present on Steam, buddy. Go check your Steam account one of these days. So I don't know if he's listening, but the yeah. So that was good to know about the plants. I was not hip on that. So are you?
I'm always happy to take them outside.
Is Santa coming to you tonight, Burma? What's going on there?
I don't have a chimney.
He can still work around that. It just doesn't matter.
He never, he hasn't brought me anything in years. I'm starting to feel really.
What is the deal? Did you stop believing in him? Why is this happening to you?
There's no North Pole. How can I believe in him?
He's still around? Look, you're making the cat upset.
Yeah. No, actually, I had a Santa Claus the other day. This is what I call Santa Claus, right? I go to the local convenience store. I stop. I get my little breakfast sandwich, and I get my coffee, and they got me water, and I go up and pay for it. And she goes, "Somebody already paid for it. Merry Christmas." So some guy came in, got what he needed with a couple dollars. He had a gift card, and gave it to her and said, "Put everybody's how many ever." On this card. She thought it was going to be like $10. It was like over $100.
Whoa.
So he paid for all these. And I always say to people,
wow.
Yeah. I always say,
that.
pay that forward, man. You get that to happen to you, pay it to somebody else, because then if you keep that chain rolling, look what happens. You know what I mean? Look at the happiness. Look at the joy I mean, yesterday I was on a high in the morning. I was like, oh my God, that's so amazing that somebody would do that. She didn't even think that it would. She thought it was only going to be $10. She goes, it was like over 100. She goes, I was like shocked.
That's crazy.
It's like, that's a really great thing, you know?
I had someone, I remember leave me $100 tip when I was waiting tables at Christmas. And I was like,
wow,
blown away.
Right?
You know, I was trying to show the cat, but every time I minimize the screen to show your cat, it looks weird.
She's got it back in right now.
Yeah, someone was in here who was talking. Oh, Jonar Games wants to see the cat. There's dual cats. Look at that. Christmas cats. Oh! She meows on command. Can you get her to talk?
There you go. Sometimes she yells at me. I'll be like,
fabulous.
I'll be like, standing up here, ready to go outside.
Oh, Linda's
and she's
leaving.
like,
oh, happy holidays, Linda.
Yeah, bye, Linda. Love you, dear. She'll send me a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas tomorrow. I'm sure.
I'm still waiting for the cookies, Linda. You promised me.
Well, she probably should, because she spanked your ass hard.
She never promised me cookies, but I'm gonna throw it out there because some people have really bad memories. They'll be like, oh, okay. I guess I owe you cookies. You just say it to everybody. Hey, thanks for the cookies you promised me. Oh, did I promise you?
Did I say I was going to send you cookies?
Okay, I'll send you cookies.
I don't remember that.
You just put it in their mind. It's a mind game. I try to throw it in there and hope for the best that they get cookies.
That's funny.
All right, so we're going to take a break here and see what Santa is doing. One sec. Let's jump back. One sec here. Oop. Let's see where he is.
I'll be right back.
No, that's okay. We're going to see where Santa's at right now. We are tracking him, and he is... I don't even know how to say that country. Azerbaijan? Is that a real country, Azerbaijan? Someone help me out. I don't know. Santa's getting a little crazy here. Let's see what Santa's doing. Where was he been the most? Let's see. You want to see where he is in India? We'll take a look at him in India. Here we go.
So far, Santa's had a smooth flight this year. He's not encountered any difficulties, which is great news for us here at NORAD. The Santa Camps last spotted Santa flying over India's famous Taj Mahal. What a sight! Did you know that India has a population of more than 1 billion people? That's about 950 people per square mile. Wow. Santa and his team of reindeer are making great time, and we think they may be a few minutes ahead of schedule. Keep checking back with us here at NORAD for updates on Santa's location.
So apparently Santa is in a time warp from... Santa's from 2006, apparently, looking at the graphics.
Like I said, those graphics could be so much better. I'm like, really?
Did you see it? They were 2006.
Like, oh my god.
So Santa's stuck in
it. He track you everywhere you go nowadays.
He flew through a time warp, Burma.
Can't make Santa's like sleigh look a little bit better there, right? Really?
Oh,
like, how are we supposed
I love
to
the Santa tracker though. I'll watch it all day. I'm retarded. I get so excited about the Santa tracker.
Yeah, because NORAD has nothing else better to do.
Happy said between India and China, 1 million people die from pollution. I hope Santa makes it. Yeah, Santa stays above it. He goes really high. He arcs around all the pollution.
Sure. Flying around the flat,
that's
slash
no
around
joke,
Earth.
though. I went to, I was in India for a while, and when I came back, oh my God, the pollution like sticks to you. You can't get that smell off for like days.
You know,
my wife would even hug me. She was like, "You stink so bad," and it was just like
it's got to be
Bombay
terrible,
just has the pollution that sticks to you. It's crazy.
You're so lucky that you've been at so many great places, Taryn.
Well, not,
you know what I mean?
I mean, people wouldn't necessarily call that lucky.
I would call it lucky. How many people? Okay, hold on. Let's just back up. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. In the people that are listening in live chat right now, how many people do you think that Taryn's lucky to had traveled in all the places that he's ever gone?
I am grateful and lucky. I know I am. I'm teasing.
All right, just
India.
wait. I've got to wait for them to respond because I got to wait for them to respond.
How many countries have you been to? You've been to a few.
Me?
Yeah.
I've been down to the Virgin Islands. I have been to Canada and every state in the continental United States except for Alaska and Hawaii. I haven't been anywhere else.
You've seen way more U.S. than I have. I mean, I've only seen.
But you've been to Burma.
Yeah, I've been to Asia and Burma and stuff, but I haven't been to like. Burma's pretty out there. Burma's off the beaten path,
cool.
but
I know I am. Thank you very much.
I still want to go to like. I want to go somewhere just like completely off the like I maybe go to Mongolia or something way out there. Like,
well, we're trying to do a cruise, and I want to go to Aruba, and I want to go see the temples. They have temples down in Aruba.
That would be cool. Wow, John says he's been to Somalia. Oh, never been to Somalia. Oh. Yeah, I've never been anywhere in Africa except Morocco.
Sorry about my dog.
I witnessed a robbery immediately in Morocco when I was there, so didn't leave the greatest impression. But it was a cool city. South Africa. Vanilla's been to South Africa. Wow, did you catch some rugby when you were over there, Vanilla? Did you see the Springboks play? Yeah. Did you have some biltong? She's not listening. Vanilla, you ain't listening.
I am.
No,
are you talking? I'm sorry. I had to mute my thing because Rich's brother came up and took something on my dog, and she was going nuts.
Yeah, I mean, your dog is still barking at your brother-in-law? Are you kidding me?
She always does that. He comes and takes her toys. You should see her freak out about it. She really gets mad.
I know.
Like really mad about it.
That dog barks. I can't believe she barks at someone who lives in the house still.
That's because he tortures her all the time. They have a very love-hate relationship, those two.
Oh, yeah.
They love to hate each other.
I've dated women like
that. I'm not drinking a beer. It's root beer.
I don't care if you drink a beer. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. You can drink today.
Police never know. I've been saying that for like the last month. Look at that. Ireland, Egypt. And I don't know what that. Oh, Machu Picchu. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, that'd be cool.
Jeremy, that's you. That's luck right there. I mean, I would love to go to Scotland. I have like a clamoring to go to Scotland or Ireland. Egypt would be cool too.
Yeah, I down. There was a time where I got really close to going on one of those. They have these boats. They're cruise ships that you cannot. You can go down the Nile in. So they're like small cruise ships that you can go up and down. I wanted to go down the Nile and visit all the Egyptian countries. I think Egypt's fascinating. I would totally go. I don't know. There's a lot of places, but now the problem is, the U.S. and I'm not trying to get political, but the U.S. political, the foreign policy that they bomb everybody and stick ourselves in everybody's country. They've pissed off the world so much that it's not good as an American to travel anymore. Like, everybody hates Americans. I have a lot of friends that when they travel, they tell everybody they're Canadian. Because everybody's pissed at America, but it's not. It's our politicians.
The thing about it is they can be mad at our country.
Well,
they can be mad at our government, but it's not us, the people.
They think we voted those idiots in that.
Oh, hello. If anybody knows about the voting thing, it's not just, because we're democratic, we're free, and we get to vote, and our vote really matters. No, it doesn't.
I get it. I'm just saying that it's not as fun to travel as an American anymore as it used to be. It used to be awesome, but
yeah,
I think I'm probably going to start telling people I'm Canadian because they don't piss anyone off yet.
I just love when I went to Canada. I did when I went to Canada. It's so funny because we went above North Dakota, and these guys sent us over drinks, and they're like, "Welcome to Canada," and I'm like, "How the heck do they know we're American citizens?" Oh, and then they're like, they come over and they say, "Oh, it's because of the cigarettes you smoke."
Oh.
So all just like one pack of cigarettes totally tells them where I'm from. You know what I mean? Because they don't have those type of cigarettes up in Canada.
Interesting.
So it's kind of weird. It's just like, you having a pack of cigarettes could tell somebody where you're from. You know what I mean?
That's it.
No, we had a fun. They were nice people.
Do they have Santa in Canada? Lava Girl, do you guys have Santa up there? I wonder what countries don't celebrate Santa Claus. I'm curious where Santa exists, yet he still gives them gifts.
There's people in this country don't celebrate it.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
No, there's freaking... There's some, what's the name? I can't think of, the religious group. They're, my grandmother was one of them. Jehovah's Witnesses don't.
They don't do birthdays, Halloweens. Did I ever tell you the trouble I got in trouble at Halloween for this? So I was adjusting this lady, and when you're adjusting, you're making small talk, and I was like, what are you taking? Because she'd bring all of her kids with her, and I was like, what are you guys going out for as Halloween? And she looks at me and she's like, we're Jehovah's Witnesses, we don't go out on Halloween. And I was like, you telling me the one day of the year where you can knock on strangers' doors and they welcome you guys aren't down with? And she got really mad. The Jehovah's Witness was really mad about that, and I think I don't think they came back after that. I lost a lot of patience because of my mouth.
I've had three clients right now that are all Jehovah's Witnesses, and
they're
I
nice.
have to say that.
Yeah, they're actually.
Yeah, I was going to say that they. I mean, they are really nice people, and actually don't even try to push that upon me. Although they know, like I had a grandmother that was, and I tell them I'm spiritual. We don't. It's not much different than them. It's just about belief. It's just like they believe something a little bit different than I do. But it is a belief.
I might bust on that as a joke, but I've always had pretty good experiences with Jehovah's, so they don't bug me at all.
Oh, except for my grandmother was like the most prejudiced Jehovah's Witness there ever was. She really was. I love her, but she was like American Indian, and then she's a Jehovah's Witness on top of it, and she definitely didn't like gay people, and I would argue with her about that, or somebody of color. I mean, she was just, and I'm like, you're an American Indian. How can you be prejudiced? Isn't that prejudice against yourself? Because I didn't understand it. I know, and I know that during that right before that she.
I have black friends, and they're the most racist people I know, and it's like, what?
I know some of them too.
It's like, what?
It's like, you can't be reverse racism. It's not even fair.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, like, you
get a free pass
you
to
can
do
be
it.
anything you want to be, but
to be as racist
aren't
as
you resembling what you dislike? I don't get it.
And my Chinese friends are really racist too. It's really bad.
I don't understand. See, the thing I don't understand about that is that basically, in a nutshell, it's all about pigmentation.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, they live more south. So freaking what? So what? They got a bigger tan than you. Don't be jealous about their tan.
There's definitely there's definitely huge cultural differences on how they think and treat and how they look at the world. So they're to discard cultural stuff, but you can transplant someone of any race to another culture and they change. So it's
Right?
more that I have an issue with cultures. It's not so much like skin. It's not that, but it is hard to like what I find highly offensive is perfectly fine in some cultures. So it is a cultural thing sometimes. But Santa
Yeah,
loves them all. Santa does not care. He doesn't discriminate, Burma. He still.
Santa's real.
What? See, this is why. You know why he hasn't visited you in a couple of years? Talk like that. Talk like that.
Well, you said
cut it
what?
out.
Like you asked what? Like you heard, you didn't hear me, but you definitely heard me.
It's going to be lumps of coal for you, girl. Lumps of coal.
Bring it on, because you know what? I'm such an innovator. I'll make something with that coal. Okay.
You'll make Coca-Cola. Ah!
Yeah. It's not Coke. It's root beer. It's Stewart's root beer. It's wonderful. I don't know if you ever had it. I think it's more of a local company.
No, I do love
I think it is.
It's the only soda I will even consider drinking, but sarsaparilla and root beer are pretty much the only ones I like, but even then I can't do it much. Hey, do me a favor. I'm starting to build stuff, like alternative stuff. Start saving bottles for me, especially if you got any good-looking bottles. Just put them in trash bags and stick them out there. I'll deal with them when I pick them
You
up.
want to see this? Look at this. So what I've been doing is
Let me
I
have
need
the
2 of
bottles.
these, and you can't have this one, but look at this one.
Whoa, that's a super cool
Isn't
bottle.
that beautiful? Yeah, this one I think was. I have 2 other ones, 2 round ones, and these the guys picked up at an auction, but they're older, and so I'll do jewelry, and
Yeah,
I'll
those are
do like
beautiful.
my stuff down the sides of it. And
Oh,
stuff
you're
like
gonna
that. I
bend
love
some
that
wire
bottle.
around it? That'll be really neat. Yeah.
I've done it with a couple. Actually, I took I had a friend that was he is a bartender. He managed the bar. So when he would get done with like some really cool bottles, he would give them to me. And then for Christmas, I filled half of them up with sand, different colored sand. And then I did like the wire work and took beads, and not beads, but stones, and then did them around in different patterns, onto the whole entire bottle.
Are you gonna make
And you can also put
Christmas
lights in
tree?
there and do the same thing,
You should make a Christmas-themed oriented one. But no,
that'd
then
be
Santa,
fun.
Santa doesn't like you now, so you.
Well, that's okay. I bought humbug to Santa too.
Do you never put any of that up on an Etsy store, right? You sell it at festivals.
I don't. Yeah, I don't put it on the Etsy store
a
only
lot to
because
keep up with Etsy.
there's just
Yeah.
too much. Yeah, and there's too much competition out there on Etsy. Not that my
Yeah.
stuff is totally different, because it is, but actually
lot of people
recently,
wire
which is
bend.
really
Yeah.
cool, I have an event coming up the 3rd week in January for this lady that's up north of us, but she's like about empowering women. And I'm going there, and if she likes my stuff, maybe she'll put it in her shop. And I've been like, when I went down to the shore 2 weeks ago, I talked to a couple of the people down there, and so I'm hoping to get some contacts to get some of my stuff into some stores. So that'll be really awesome, because God knows I do have a lot of it, and I love to do it. I told Rich, I said I would love to do my massaging part-time and do the rest of it, my jewelry making, the other half of the
Yeah,
time.
well, maybe you can start getting, put that in the universe for real. Because I'll tell you what, man,
I would
I have
love to do
been
that.
writing stuff down, and it is manifesting and coming true quick. I mean, within weeks, I have what's on that list, and that's crazy. It really does work if you focus on it, like obsess about getting,
Well,
getting
I would like
clients,
to,
getting
because I
jewelry
think
clients.
that, just like you know how hard it is to adjust constantly all
it's brutal
all
on your
day. Like
body.
for us massage therapists, we don't do as many, but
No,
it's
but you
like when you're doing an hour at a time.
You do harder work than
you're-
us. Massage is brutal.
Oh yeah, well, the energy level that is, I love when I'm massaging, I feel great, but it's afterwards, and it's doing 25 a week. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. I would just like to kind of be balancing that out a little bit more with like my craft stuff,
Yeah, it's
So.
it's not easy going those massaging, because I know for me also there's an energy transfer. Your people come to you sick, and you're not just adjusting, you're pushing energy into them, and it wears you out. I mean, you give people
don't understand that. Even
they
massage
don't
therapists
understand
don't get it.
grounding, but it's hard to stay grounded for an entire 8 hours.
No, I'm not massaging for 8 hours a day. I did
I used to
9 at
adjust
one
that
time,
much.
and
was
Yeah,
nuts.
but it's shorter, right?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
I
when
get a
you're
break.
when you're putting that amount of energy into people, and like I don't, whether
Adjusting's like
massage therapists and go ahead.
no, I was gonna say adjusting's like doing sprints where you're like doing a marathon. Massages, you guys, I don't know how you do it. I could never massage. That's like exhausting on my hands.
I want to show you something, Taryn.
Go ahead.
Rich absolutely loves these. You know what these are just from the
Oh
package.
yeah,
don't
those
you?
are awesome.
Oh my God, these things are so bad, so very bad.
God, I love
They're
maple.
so bad.
Though.
They're so good, but so bad.
It really
No,
brings
every
me
time we
back to
come
my
up there,
childhood.
this is like, oh, he really wanted to, you know, he brought these back because he brought like 2 or 3. These things were
Where did he
cheap,
get them
man.
from? Those Vermont or
It was
New
one of
Hampshire?
the, yeah, it was up there. Yeah, it was up
So he
by
picked them
you.
up when
Yeah,
we went up.
We stopped before we came up or when we came back or whatever.
Yeah,
And
maple
picked up a couple
syrups.
boxes of them.
It's so good up in New Hampshire. Although I know I'm about to be chewed out by Lava Girl that says that maple syrups, you know, she's from Canada, so they take their maple to a whole nother level. They're very serious about their maple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh,
thing.
yeah?
Yeah, if you offer a Canadian maple, they'll just laugh. They'll be like, "Oh, that's cute, eh?" No, we have our own maple. We bring it with us. It's cute.
Craziness.
Very cute.
How you settling? You settling in
Oh.
pretty decently?
Getting there. You know, I've been ramping my YouTube up big time. I've been doing a show almost every day in December because I'm trying to get. You know, I floated around for 5 months and now I'm getting focused and my channel's doing really well. Like it's grown
That's good to
about
hear.
33% in a month. I mean, it's rocketing up. So I'm continually putting stuff out. I'll be busy doing that. I'll probably slow a little in January. But that's what's going on. And then I've been trying to keep the house from leaking. So my battle with winter is on. You know, I got a bad roof that I got to deal with. And next spring, I guess I'll deal with it. Because I thought I fixed it, but apparently I didn't. I need to just build another place. Let me build something on your land, Burma.
Yeah, because we have so much here.
Your cat. I'll watch your cats. Jonah, I do have a Patreon. I just started it a few weeks ago, so I only have like 4 or 5 Patreoners. I am trying to Patreon and stop being so welfare dependent on the YouTube ad money. It sucks. I don't like it going up and down. I'd much rather have monthly subscriptions of people that just want to donate out of good karma. So yeah, I'm on Patreon. It's in the description if you're interested. Thank you for asking. My lowest Patreon's only $1, by the way. If you guys are listening and you're feeling the holiday cheer, I didn't think I would be cyber begging on Christmas, but if you want to help, there you go.
Happy Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas! But you brought it up, so there you go. I'm going to jump all over it. Let's see, what else before we wrap this show up, I didn't know I was going to get Burma for an hour. I'm pretty excited. We do need to catch up, though. I have been moving my... Well, I tell people that, you know, I move my shows to daytimes because the nighttime shows were killing me. My audience is less. I'm probably pulling half the audience doing days, but I'm a lot happier and I'm more energized doing them. But yeah. I am still doing a Saturday show, Burma, at noon. So if you're around on Saturdays, you can jump
I'll
in
definitely.
I know you've been busy.
Yeah, that'll
lately,
be good.
But when the holidays are over,
it's been crazy. I mean, I've been doing events for the jewelry stuff and then working on top of it. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
So yeah, but I've caught in a couple of your things. Don't think that I don't watch just because I can't get on live. I do check it out. So.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not offended. I don't expect people to have 2 hours to sit around and BS a day. You know, I have not been on live that much until the last few days. But
I have to use you have to do you in short dosages. I'm just joking.
This is true.
I've seen you how many times over the summer. I need a break. Not really.
I just had a zombie run.
I just absolutely. You have a zombie run by your house?
Yeah, look at the top corner. Did someone Patreon? Is that what that zombie is?
Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't know. Someone just.
I can't see your screen. I hate that I can't see you. It drives me nuts.
I don't know how. I'll have to check. I've never seen that appear. So I think someone Patreoned. I guess Jonar did. Thank you. I didn't know that would show up in the live show. That is huge. So cool of you. Yeah, that is the good game plan. Is to this year is going to my focus is to build my career and livelihood away from YouTube. YouTube will be still a great way for people to find me, but I don't like being dependent on it. And honestly, I don't trust it. And you guys all feel the same way. You've seen what happened to Vegan Warrior, with it. All of a sudden, one day they just were like,
Oh
"Nope,
my
you don't have a
God,
channel
right?
anymore." And then,
I mean,
he's had to restart a
how
channel 3
many
times.
subscribers did he have at that time
I
when they
don't
did
know.
that to him?
And then what happened to Unirock? He's just finally getting
Right?
his original channel back. They
Is he really? Holy mackerel! That's taken a long time.
Yeah, they flag it for 6 months. So, and then they flagged it, and then the video he got in trouble with, he fought it, and he finally won, and they were like, sorry, and then they
Was it a
never
Vegas one?
unflagged his video. It was something controversial. I can't remember. Something about like a false flag attack thing, and that did him in. So
Wow.
yeah. So anyway, point being is, Joe and R, thank you so much, because you're one step more getting away, and my Patreon stuff will get better and better. I'm planning on jacking up the rewards and stuff. I got to talk to Burma about that, actually, Burma, later. I need to do a private show with you just for Patreon folks, if you'll do it with me.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. So yeah, John Liberty, that's
I'll be a
what
nice
it was.
girl to you. You'll owe me later.
Well, whatever. When you start your businesses, I'll be helping you.
My bitcoins.
Yeah, figure it out.
You see my hand, right?
Yeah, I know you won't let it go.
That's because I want them.
You won't let it go.
I'm just gonna check it out.
Because I would have just
Yeah,
given
that's
you
right.
cash
You
and it would have been done.
You ain't no. I want my bitcoins because they actually
They
make
go
money
up.
on my bitcoins.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
Well, we'll figure it
Ain't
out.
stupid.
I'll
Do I look like
transfer it in.
What color's my hair? See, no gray,
Blonde.
and it's brown.
What
not
does that
blonde.
mean?
That means I'm not a stupid girl. That's what it
You
means.
better watch it, because I think Vanilla
That means-
Christie's blonde, and she's gonna kick your butt.
I love you. No, Crypte. So what if Vanilla's blonde? That's all right. She's
You
not a
can't be
stupid
doing
girl
blonde
either.
jokes unless you're gonna really tell blonde jokes.
You gonna
then
do
can
the
go
blonde
ahead.
joke that I love?
Yeah.
I love my blonde joke.
Because most
Oh, you
blonde
wanna do
jokes
it?
actually like blonde jokes. Go ahead.
It's funny. It's funny. Okay, so there's this blonde, and she's driving past this blonde in a cornfield. She's in a rowboat rowing. She stops. The blonde in the car stops. She gets out of the car. She's like, "It's blondes like you that give us a bad name. If I was in my right mind, I'd swim out there and kick your ass."
Wah, wah, wah.
I love that one. It's my favorite. It's the only one I can always remember. I can't remember any other ones.
Oh, now you got a net.
See, look,
mad.
she's a
See,
brunette.
Net's mad at you too.
See, you got me all like
Oh,
saying
Vanilla,
sorry.
I thought
to
you
her,
were
and she's a
blonde. I
brunette.
didn't know you were brunette. Okay, well,
Well,
Annette,
from her
you
little
got.
picture there, she looks brunette to
It
me.
kind of looks blonde to me. I mean, you're looking at a picture that's like a millimeter,
Well, Taryn,
and it looks.
does mine look blonde to you in the picture?
No, you're brunette. You actually.
Well,
look
I don't
red
know
to
what's
me, a
up
little
with
bit.
that. I look red. Well, that's true.
The light's red.
It's a little bit
bouncing
red.
reddy. You look
But
copper.
I mean, who knows?
It's probably
You
the
have a
copper in your
little.
water.
You have an issue with what's this? Wait, hold on a second. I'm sorry. Oh, look, Santa Claus is here.
Look, Santa, he's here.
But I thought you were what these for tomorrow, aren't they? Oh, I got Christmas presents.
All right. Well, on that term, you need to go handle that. So.
Should I open it in front of you guys? Would you guys like
You
to
wanna-
see
you
it?
wanna- if you want to, sure.
Want to see? Okay. Ooh. Is this how people feel when they do those unveiling things on the internet?
Yeah, you have to take your time with it and show the box and talk about the packaging.
Okay. See, the packaging's
And
really
what could
nice.
it
Look at
be?
that. Has
That's
this
right.
little.
Come on, if you're
and
gonna do an unveiling, do it right.
Got my name on it with a little bow. Ooh. You guys are gonna like this. You hear the paper?
Is it making that dog mad? There you go. Oh, pretty. Hold it a
It's
little
got
closer to
some-
the camera. Let's see it.
I will. Oh, what the heck? It's supposed to do something. All right.
There you go. Oh,
How's that, guys? Can you see that?
so it's like a snow princess.
It's
What is that?
it's a little it's a penguin.
Oh, penguin. I couldn't see because the snowflake's right in the
Oh,
away.
okay.
Okay, now
Right.
back it up
How's
just
that?
a hair. It's out of focus. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. There you go. Oh yeah, now I see him.
how's that?
See his little wings and
Yeah.
everything. Cute. Are you a fan of penguins?
He has he's okay. They're okay. Oh,
Look
what?
at my hat. Are you
What
telling me
kind
you
of
don't like
batteries
penguins?
I love penguins.
All right then.
But I mean, like, I'm not like a huge fan, but it's got like this. What kind of
Oh.
fucking battery is that?
A C, I think. It's the same one Naughty
C?
Toys take.
It's a little
I'm pretty
tiny,
sure.
tiny, tiny thing.
Maybe it's not a C.
It's like-
it could be European.
It's like that big. Seriously, this thing is not that big.
It's
It needs a
European
battery.
thing.
I can't show you the rest of it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Because I think it lights up or something. I think it lights up or something. A little signal on top of it.
Your cat
Are
is
you guys want to see
fascinating.
the other
Look
one?
at the cat looking at it.
I know.
He's
Oh,
fascinating.
did you see her? Like, she doesn't like any kind of like crinkly. She'll run. A camera battery, maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
A net. Maybe it's a camera battery. Yeah, it looks like it's a weird battery.
It's not.
Maybe
It's too short for a C. I've seen
it's
them. I can't remember what they're
it's like
called though.
little tiny
They're
thing.
European,
let me see.
probably.
Here's the other box. This
I
is a
want to
little
know.
bit bigger.
I want to know what it does though. Do you think it lights up, or does a penguin dance, or does it make
Okay, so
noise?
here's the other one, and this one's actually lit up. So this one actually has a
Okay.
battery in it. So you guys will see this one. That.
Ooh, that is beautiful. Actually lit up. I like that.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I can't wait. I need a Christmas tree.
Ornaments.
Ooh, it changes.
It changes colors, yeah. So if you watch it, it's going yellow, green, and blue, purple, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty.
then, yeah,
My favorite
let's turn it off.
memory, and I'll have to see if I can find a picture of it. Is
Oh, and then if you just want the white, it just goes white. So it has a changeable one, and then it just has the white things. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm not done showing you guys
no,
my.
I love it. I love it. I'm just trying to. It reminds me of when things change color. One of the my favorite thing was my grandpa had an old 1950s aluminum tree, and with the color wheel on the floor that would spin, and it would change from fall to spring to autumn, and the color wheel would just sit there and change the tree, and the tree would spin, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I used to lay and watch it, and now those ornaments remind me that when they change colors like that.
Yeah, those are nice.
I
And
don't
they
know
come
if you
in
guys
their
remember
boxes,
the
so
aluminum
then you
trees.
could just like.
They're probably worth like $1,000 now, but I would love to get one.
Yeah, imagine if they were copper. How much they'd be worth?
Just because they're.
Oh, people
they're
go
so
steal
old school.
copper out of freaking buildings just because of how expensive copper's is right now.
One aluminum tree. It'd be awesome.
Aluminum tree. Aluminum.
Aluminum. That's how
Aluminum.
those British
What's the
people
new
say it.
one? What's the new
And lumininium, I think they call it. The Brits.
Yeah, but there's a new that's another thing. So I'm not gonna go there because then you'd be like, we're off topic because it's about Santa Claus.
We are about Santa, but we're talking about Christmas trees. So it's legit. It's legit. Well, people are trying to like talk about politics and stuff, and I'm like, no, we're talking about Christmas.
I didn't get those. Those presents were from myself. They were actually given to me by Rich's brother.
Oh.
They were a Christmas gift to me from Rich's brother. So he just brought them. He just brought them in.
You should wrap your dog and send it to his brother since they get along so good.
I know, and then he would unwrap her and she would attack him. It would be awesome. I would just totally film that.
Totally worth it. Yeah.
He
He'd be huge on your
he
channel.
gets from her. Everything he gets, everything he has tortured that she has tortured her since she was little, and because of that, that's why she is the way she is with him. And that's probably the way she is. How she barks at people probably has everything to do with him.
Oh yeah.
So anytime he goes over to her toys, man, like I said, you should see her. She freaks out, and she's not happy.
Oh.
Sometimes she's playing with him. Sometimes she's really mad. So you have to kind of calm down.
Bring it down. All right. Well,
Bring
I'm
it
going to
down.
start bringing this show down because we got 3 minutes to close it up. So let me. You want to say anything for the holidays before I jump you off here?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for having me on. And of course, it was nice to see you, Taryn. Sorry about the slicked back hair today.
It's good. I expect you to be all more dolled up next time. I have standards.
Well, give me a little time, and then I'll know to shower my butt because
we
I'm
got
not
standards.
showering for a
I mean, we
month,
got to.
you
You can't look at the way I
standard.
look. I mean, I'm so professional. You have to be professional on this show. Oh my goodness. All right, let me say goodbye to these guys. If you are watching this, you will notice that these are all the alternative networks I was talking about earlier. You can see Library Speech, DTube, Steemit. You'll notice a new one down there, MeWe. I am trying MeWe, even though they've been around a little while. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but if you're over there, say hi to me. I just joined today. And Minds and BitChute, of course. So any of those alternative platforms, please look me up and add me. I will be your friend. I promise. We can be friends. The other thing is I am still if you're new to the show, let's talk about that. I would love it if you subscribe. We focus on a variety of different stories, but the one thing they all have in common is they are positive stories, and you feel better when you're finished watching them. So whatever the topic is, it'll be something empowering, and if not, then you'll at least have some giggles. The other thing is I am moving off, and someone actually, Jonar Games, Patreon today. I much appreciate it. I love my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for Patreoning me. And you just have to click that link if you're watching this in a rerun. If not, you'll find the Patreon in the description if that doesn't work. So I love you guys. Have a good Christmas. Hopefully Santa is coming. He's very soon. Go to the Santa tracker and check. He's coming for you. If you're looking, kind of bored today, keep watching.
Scary. He's coming for you.
Click, click, click. Keep watching. The Santa is coming for you. That's right. All right. I love you guys. Be nice to your cat. Merry Christmas. Bye.